Hello and welcome back to Severance, Season 2, Episode 6. I'll say Episode 6.
7?
7.
I thought it was 7.
Yeah, okay, 7. Let's go with 7. No, you're right. It's definitely 7, yeah. This episode is called Chikai Bardo.
Yeah. Makes total sense.
Yeah, and
I understand it completely.
This was another episode. I actually like that the episode names make no sense, because there's definitely shows where you can just look at the episode name and be like, oh, that happens.
The one with the...
But last week you hated the episode names.
No, I've turned around. I've really turned the corner for the episode names.
The first 2 episodes of this season gave away what was going to happen. Because it was goodbye. Hello, Corbell, goodbye.
Oh, it was goodbye, both.
Selvig?
Yeah, it was goodbye, Mr. Selvig.
So you knew it was going to be...
No, one was hello and one was goodbye, yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep. We are 7 episodes in of 10. So only 3 more after this one. I loved this episode.
And that's 3 years.
You loved it.
Yeah, I loved it. Michael, not as much of a fan as the rest of us. He's floundering a little bit, according to him.
Kind of hoping. Yeah, I feel a bit let loose a bit. No, a bit adrift. I think I said.
Did you watch the thing at the end of it again, Michael?
No, I didn't. I definitely
didn't. Because we're not supposed to know half of what's happening either.
Oh, yeah, good. Well, good. And I'm hoping maybe that there's some things I missed.
Yeah.
Okay.
That you can I'm a little bit concerned.
Okay, are you Twin Peaks concerned?
Some stuff together for me.
So what was the question, Ben?
Are you Twin Peaks concerned?
No.
No one is ever Twin Peaks concerned again.
And sorry, Katie, you were saying this episode put a few things together for you.
Yeah, it just helped me piece some stuff together. I still have many, many, many questions that this episode also opened up, but it just felt like it helped put a little bit of stuff together about what's going on.
This episode,
I'm looking forward to hearing it, because I think I must have missed some things that you guys have got.
So this episode for me confirmed something that I suspected, but I can't remember if I've ever mentioned it. So I suspected all along that there was some conflict between Gemma and Mark.
Yeah,
and actually there was, but it was sort of resolved by everything happened. And I thought that it might be something to do with like trying to have a child, but I don't know if I ever said that.
No,
I think
it's a bit of a trope.
Say something about that. But didn't Mark say to when he went on that date with the midwife?
The lactating? No, not her. The other one.
Didn't he say that Gemma and him had never gotten around to trying to have kids or something like that?
Did he?
He did say that. He did, yes.
Yeah.
Why?
So I just kind of had put that out of my mind because of that statement that
maybe
they just hadn't gotten around to it yet.
Hadn't gotten around to having kids. He didn't say anything about the process of trying to have said kids, but they hadn't had it.
Yeah, they just hadn't. Yeah, okay.
Okay, there's a lot to get through in this episode, so I'm going to start off. Thank you, Severance Wiki from Fandom. We love you long time. And don't forget, like Katie says, like, comment, subscribe.
To us, not Severance Wiki
Yes,
Fandom.
Yeah, to us. They don't have a YouTube, and even if they do, I don't care. We're the important ones.
I will feel free to interrupt you as you go, Ben, as always.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Michael. Well, I'm glad that that's turned into a line that I say.
I actually hadn't noticed that you say it every time until Michael just did it. No,
I hadn't said it this time.
Until you just said it.
You looked, Ben, like you were going to say it again then anyway. Like you couldn't progress until you said it.
No, I actually wasn't going to say it that time, so I'm happy that you did.
Oh, you say it every time. Yes, you were.
Okay, the episode starts and we see Gemma walking through the campus of the college that they work on. Well, we assume that it's the college because there's a lot of college students around. We see Mark and Gemma are in side-by-side chairs donating blood and grading papers. Mark looks over and asks Gemma about the paper she's reading. She tells him... And I don't remember what she said, but it was really nerdy. And
it was about the book that we get back to later that she's reading at the end.
Then he asks her name and tells her his. And they have this funny moment where he tries to shake her hand with
And
the
he's
arm
attached.
that's plugged in, because that's how you do it. Like when you're giving blood,
It
you
was a
plug your arm
cute
in.
meet cute.
Yeah,
It was. And I actually thought to myself, wow, Mark's looking real good in this. Would you agree with me? He looks really gaunt normally, but in this I thought he didn't look as gaunt.
He looks fresh and
He's
young.
a shell of a man.
Yep.
Because it would have been at least 10 years prior.
Yeah, they don't make it clear exactly when, but it was definitely a number of years, a nurse draws Gemma's blood and then asks where she went. Oh, yes, okay. And we switched over and we're seeing Gemma somewhere else now. And my assumption straight away is, we're seeing where they're keeping her.
Yeah, because it was so white.
Yeah.
That's what made me go, we're under Severance floor. The tested floor or whatever.
The actress who is the nurse, I cannot for the life of me, I could look up a name, I guess. I've seen her in other things, and I love her. Love her to death.
You love her that much, but you're not going to look her up.
She has that nice kind of growly voice. It's a very different voice.
Yeah, she's been in a few things that I've really, really liked. Don't ask me what they were because I can't remember, because they're sort of, I haven't seen her in something for a long time, but I remember when I was younger seeing her in a lot of stuff that I really liked. So I'm happy she's back. This is basically her Xena Warrior Princess moment, hopefully. Okay, that's the deep cut. So this is Lucy Lawless coming into Battlestar Galactica was my, Lucy's back. Xena's back. Excellent.
I forgot she was in that.
Wait, so did she play Xena? Or are you making a reference
Lucy,
I don't get?
No, she didn't. I'm talking to someone else now. Okay, everyone gets it, okay? Anyway.
So that wasn't Lucy Lawless.
Correct.
No. Lucy Lawless is not in this at the moment. I mean,
maybe.
I'd be so happy if she popped up. Just letting you know, Ben Stiller. I love Lucy Lawless.
She's in The Rookie, isn't she?
I'll never watch that show.
Didn't she pop up in The Rookie? No, I could be forgetting. Anyway, please continue.
So yeah, we cut to Gemma in another location that we assume is the floor that they keep the basement floor that they're keeping her in, under the Severance floor. A nurse is drawing Gemma's blood and then asks where she went. So it's like, were you having like a memory or something? We see Mark and Gemma lying in bed together. Mark rubs his hands over Gemma's body. I actually don't really remember that bit, but sure. We see there's actually a number of cuts here. So then Asal is checking Mark's pupils because he's passed out on the sofa still, and tells Devon he'll be okay. He may have some deficits, but hopefully nothing long term. She does not sell this well, I got to say. He'll be fine. He might have slight brain damage, but
Yeah.
No biggie.
Devon asks if they need an ambulance, but Asal doesn't answer her questions. Asal says Mark will sleep for a while, but she doesn't know how long. They need equipment from downstairs. Asal explains that Mark is reintegrating. Devon doesn't believe it and refuses to let Asal touch Mark again. Asal says it's what Mark wants, but Devon knows he just wants to know if Gemma is alive or not. Asal informs her that Gemma is alive. Back with Gemma.
Do we know why Mark was keeping it from Devon? Do we think it's because she knows how dangerous it is? The process?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
she would have tried to talk him out of it if he'd explained to her what happened to Pete.
Yeah, I thought they were close, but I guess they're not that close.
Well, I wouldn't tell my brother something if I knew he'd try and talk me out of it if it was more life-threatening.
I would start doing it, then tell them so they can't stop me. It's too late. I'm already doing it.
Yeah.
Try to stop me now.
You think he'd want to talk to someone?
He did keep it to himself for a bit.
She's been trying to help him figure out if Gemma's alive, and he found out that she is. So it would have. I don't know.
Anyway.
It's weird.
So back with Gemma, we see the nurse taking Gemma's vitals and asks if she's eaten today and done her reading, which apparently is something she's supposed to do. She says yes. As she holds up one stone in each hand, the nurse continues asking her questions. This is all very strange. This is all lumon strange stuff. It's just like...
Yeah, testing.
What are you testing exactly?
I feel like they're testing the truthfulness of her statements.
The nurse continues asking her questions, which she answers as her responses are measured. Oh, that's right, because they're being measured on one of those machines. That's right, yeah. The nurse takes the stones and Gemma asks, how many rooms today? The nurse tells her it'll be 6. Gemma gets up and goes to get dressed, and she opens a cupboard, cursing at the outfit that's been selected for her. Some of those outfits, gosh, some of them are okay.
Well, they were choices.
Yeah.
Someone's the white booty short one. Someone definitely made a choice there. Or was it blue?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
can't remember the booty
much
shorts.
about them.
I remember the terrible cardigan.
This might have been when Michael was sleeping.
I was definitely tired that night.
Yeah.
I was struggling for at least 20 minutes.
Have you tried watching it when you're not tired? Just asking for a friend. Now dressed, Gemma leaves the room. The nurse escorts her to another room labelled Wellington, and this is the first hint we get about these rooms.
This is when I text Ben. These are all named for the things that they're putting the stuff
files.
into.
Yeah.
Yeah, upstairs.
Oh, I thought we'd already seen cans before Wellington.
We saw a bunch before Wellington.
Yes.
Yeah.
We just saw a bunch of places.
Yeah, but some of the names were names of the files that we've seen. So it's and at one point we do see Cold Harbour.
Yeah.
So they're
When she's
all these
walking back after the room. I think.
and so all of
she
the rooms are
hasn't
named
visited
for
Cold Harbour.
files that that Mark's team have been working on the 7th floor, which is extremely unusual.
She asks about Cold Harbour, so it'll definitely come up in the.
Yeah.
So the nurse puts her hand onto one of those things and it takes a little blood sample to open the door. That's the lock. And she actually says, ouch, when it happens. Like, imagine being the person that has to do that 6 times every day. Oh, God, I would want to kill myself.
Talk to a diabetic who doesn't have
get used to it.
an onboard pump. Yeah.
Yeah, no thanks. When Gemma enters, you see her having that eye thing and the sort of focus shift.
The 7.
So you see she's becoming her innie self.
Yeah.
In the room is a dental chair. A
And
doctor
she
comes
does
in,
not want to be there.
pushing a car. Yeah, she doesn't like it. Gemma asks for a break.
It's the whistling dude.
Yeah,
Yes.
it has to be the whistling dude. Well, because he comes in whistling, right? He comes in
And
doing
also-
the exact same tune.
He comes
They
in with
were
the tray of
dental
implements that he
Yeah.
picked up as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mum also went, oh, it's the song again. And I was like, okay, I don't remember it, but sure.
Yeah. He tells her it's been 6 weeks, but to her, it's like she was just there.
Yeah.
He says no one likes the dentist. He knows and thinks he should have become an accountant like his mum wanted. He has Gemma sit in the chair. Gemma turns away from him but reluctantly opens her mouth.
Sorry,
When-
can I just pause you
6
there?
weeks.
This is kind of giving it slightly away, but not slightly away, but it just occurred to me because I don't remember what the dentist guy looked like. Was there some repetition in some of the other people in the other rooms?
They were all
You
him.
remember? They were the same dude?
Yeah, they're all him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Except for one room,
Yeah.
the
Which I
Christmas
thought-
room.
No, that was him.
Is it still him?
Yeah, they were all him.
So
Wait,
in
he's
I
not the
totally
one who's
didn't
in
pick
love
up
with
on
her.
that.
Yes.
Wow.
When he says I love you and she says, then he makes her say it back to him.
Oh,
But
I thought those were 2 different people.
No, they're all the same
thought
person.
One
I
of
did
the
not
guys
get it. Yeah.
was Helena's dad.
No, I thought so as well, but it
Helena's
definitely
dad was the one that came and visited her right at the end with the
No.
chair. No?
that was the doctor.
That was the doctor. Okay. But where did I think I saw Helena's
No, I
dad?
thought that as well, but after having
the
a
same
think
guy?
about it, it's like no, it's definitely not the guy, and because he's younger than Helena's father.
No, but there's
and-
one spot there where it looks like him, I swear.
All men look the same though, or especially white older men.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right. So you think it was
White
all
old
the
man
same
all the
guy?
Well,
Okay.
they've named him here Dr. Mauer.
Okay.
So my assumption, and I'm pretty sure that it is the same guy in every single room.
That would make sense from how he's formed an attachment.
Mm. He's definitely attached to her. When Gemma leaves the room, she
Sorry.
okay.
How can he be the same person in all those rooms that she goes to? Because surely she's not the only one being tested. How
don't
can
know
he be
that.
in multiple spaces, or does each person have their own doctor?
We don't know that there's
Or is-
multiple
or is
people being
she-
tested.
Severed like many ways.
We do know that there's
Yeah,
more.
because I was just going to
people
say
being
she'd
sent down there.
recognise that it was the same person in each room. Her innie would know.
She being
So I
like
wonder if
reset
she
or
is
I'll get to that
multiply
later, Katie.
severed. Multiply
Okay.
severed? That's not a word,
Yeah.
but we
Well,
know
my-
what it means.
My
they're
reckoning
rebooting,
on
yeah.
that is that each threshold triggers a different portion of a severed being. So it's like different personalities. She's got each room is a different persona,
Okay.
which is why there's no confusion. And it's always her outie in the corridor and in her little room, like her cabin, whatever it is. But
Yeah.
inside each room where she does the blinky going through the severed trigger
Threshold, that's
I
what they
reckon-
call it, the threshold.
threshold, yeah. I reckon it's a different version of herself.
I
each time.
like
I
that.
hadn't
I
picked
like
up
that
it was
idea.
the same guy, so I didn't even get to thinking about it.
I didn't either.
It says
The only
further
time
down
that triggered was
here-
when he was.
Yeah,
in that
I
jumper.
believe you. It didn't click that the dentist guy was the same as the guy that's fallen
With the
for
jumper,
her. But
yeah.
maybe it did when I was watching it and I just don't remember that.
Okay.
I might just not remember that part.
I like your theory, Nelly, because when she goes, some of the times when she goes to changes to her innie, she's sort of childlike, and other times she's not.
They're also testing. Like they've called it the testing floor, so it kind of makes sense that they would be testing different ways that Severance reacts to people and different things they can do and stuff. And she hasn't been back upstairs. Like I'm assuming this is the time from when she was sent back down there until
Because she's a different person
current
up on the 7th
stage.
floor as well,
Yeah.
as we see later. So for each person being tested downstairs, they have their own personal doctor who's in every one of their multiple personality scenario things. So there's at
Okay.
least consistency in those testing.
All right.
Anyway,
If they're running them concurrently, or it could just be him. Yeah.
Well, you make a
Well,
good
if that's the case, then what's the ultimate aim of Cold Harbor then? If we think they're doing all that testing with her,
I
Still
don't
have
know.
no idea what Cold Harbor is about. Couldn't
Yeah,
even
same.
guess.
Something
She
that
didn't
is
go in the
gonna-
room.
fundamentally change the planet, etc.
Allegedly.
What would they
She hasn't
want
gone in
to
there yet.
do? I'm trying to think about what their end game would be with employees or something.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it's a
what's
good
the
question.
point of her going to like a dentist in one room? And obviously I think the last room we see her go into in the episode is not at the end of the episode, but the Christmas room.
Yeah, where she's having to write.
Like
Thank
that
you.
felt like that was a self-developed room from the doctor. That doesn't feel like that was part of the testing.
Maybe I'll answer that.
To me.
Sorry, I'm in my own thoughts, not
I
thinking
felt
about what
that
you're
was
saying
just
now.
another different. portion of
Well,
testing.
Michael, I'll shut up.
No, I'm just being honest about it.
What are you thinking, Michael?
I was just going to say maybe I'll have more thoughts on it once you describe what else happened in the episode. I'm
Okay.
trying to think. Like one of the possible end games would be that they just want to be able to constantly reset people so that they never know what they've done. Kind of.
Because
Mm.
it's an endless workforce. They don't
Yeah.
remember what's happened previously, so they can keep like
And if they
putting
weren't
them up
quite
against
at the point where they could do that yet with Cold Harbor, it was making me think, did she have any sort of bleed through of the different ones, or what has not been working so far with what they've tested?
Well,
with
it's
her?
feeling the pain afterwards because they always ask her how she felt afterwards when she's herself.
They're trying
And
to get
she
it
always
clean.
remembers which room she doesn't like, because the first one, the
Right.
Wellington room, she always has pain because it's the dentist one. And then she was
Right.
shaking her hand after visiting the Christmas one.
That's where she'd been signing.
I
all
thought it
those
was
cards.
testing her memory to see what she remembered from going into each room, if she remembered anything, if anything.
I definitely
snuck
felt like
through.
there was an element in one or two of the rooms where they were checking to see if she knew something that had happened outside the room.
Maybe
Yeah,
the end
I
game is
feel like that's what they were doing.
constantly
bedroom.
reset so she doesn't remember anything. Anyway,
Or how many
How many
personas
times the
have.
brain can
Segment.
How many times
Yeah.
the brain can do
Duplicated
it.
stuff. Yeah.
I still don't understand how what he's doing on the computer ties into that.
No one does.
Yeah.
Unless
We're not supposed to, I don't
They
think, because
were-
that's what they mentioned at the end of the episode.
they were somehow also doing that with him, but we haven't seen any of it.
But then that also begs the question, the image behind your head, what are they doing? They're pushing some buttons as well. So they're monitoring and also interacting with the people upstairs, although they don't know it. How are they, what's their function?
I thought they were just monitoring them when it switched to the
No, but they're
screen
pushing buttons
with the
as
numbers
well.
they were seeing. I thought that was just to change the screen display
Hmm.
to see the number part of the screen or to see the person. But
But you don't need people to sit there and just watch it 24/7. Oh, yeah, I suppose. Anyway,
know.
yeah. Please
Okay.
continue.
No worries. I like the theorizing. When Gemma leaves the room, she becomes her outie self again and has noticeable pain in her mouth. The nurse tells her she was in there for 2 hours. As the nurse escorts her to another area, they pass a door labelled Cold Harbour. And that's a ding moment.
Mm-hmm.
Devon, we switch to Devon, who Mark's still passed out on the sofa. She's telling him he needs to come back. She needs him to come back. She watches as his eyelids flicker, and we go to a memory of Mark's.
has Asal already left?
No,
It feels like we didn't.
No, she hasn't left yet.
not yet. That's a bit later.
Oh, okay.
We go to a memory of Mark's where he's in Gemma's office. He tells her he had fun last night, and she agrees, but she's in a rush because she has a lecture. He hands her an ant farm because she said she likes. I found this very funny and adorable. She says she likes ants. She says she said she likes plants and hates ants, but she loves farms, and they kiss. It's actually kind of really sweet, and I loved it. It's good to notice that Mark never listens, even back then. Gemma kisses Mark as he says he's behind. She notices something and asks him about, this is when they're back at home.
That's funny you said he didn't listen. I assumed he had done it deliberately.
Yeah, I felt like he'd done it as a joke.
I thought he'd listened, but he'd misheard.
No, I thought he'd listened and made a joke of it by accidentally.
I think that you're correct. I think you're correct, Michael. I just like the idea that they imply that he would never listened before, and now he's basically in his origin story. He did the same thing, but somehow ended up with a.
I mean, I would have been really upset about an ant farm, but that's just me.
But you like farms?
Of large groups of ants.
Now I'm going to deal with this.
Yeah.
Later on, we see a shot of Gemma kissing Mark as he says he's behind. He's doing some work. She notices something and asks him about the crib box nearby. She teases him about not being handy enough to put it together, which does bear fruit. Let me tell you.
No, aren't we? We're not seeing him put it together.
No. Her comment bears fruit, not that he can put it together. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. As time passes, we see Gemma and Mark work and grow closer. We see a dinner between Rick and Devon, Mark and Gemma, and this was nice, and it made me think about that
story. It was
story.
more of a lunch because it was nice and bright and sunshiny, happy.
Oh, okay. A meal. Sorry, I don't remember exactly what time it is. Sorry.
A lot of the memories in this are all bright
during
and
the
summery
day.
feeling.
Mm.
Yeah.
But this made me think of that reference from the book that you made, Katie, where Gemma and Mark were really mean to Rickon.
Rickon.
Yeah.
But they weren't here. In fact, they were very friendly, and it made me remember about how
they were never mean to his face.
Oh, okay.
They always joked about him behind his back. Yeah, except for when Mark lost his shit after Gemma had died.
Yeah.
That's when he was mean to his face.
So Rickon's telling Devon, Mark and Gemma that it wasn't that bad. Devon says it wasn't for him because he's experienced in scaling walls. Oh, so they've obviously gone rock climbing. Devon says shows Mark and Gemma the photos, and they are shocked. When Devon goes to pour more wine, Gemma covers her glass. The banter between them is really nice. It's like they're clearly all friends.
Yeah. And it clearly shows why Devon would be devastated that Gemma's no longer with them as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't just his loss. It was all of their loss.
Yep. Devon asks
The
her
writing's
about
quite
not.
good in all those casual scenes. It's sort
Yeah.
of quite natural. It's
Mm.
not
Yes.
forced. Yeah.
So obviously, Devon comes to realize that Gemma's pregnant and has a little quiet celebration without drawing attention to it.
You notice the lighting around them gets all soft and out of focus as well.
I didn't, but okay.
Okay.
The next shot,
Well, they're having
unfortunately,
their moment. Yeah.
we see Gemma bending over in pain in the bathroom as blood drips down her legs. She steps into the shower and sits down.
Sorry.
holding
As soon as she was making those noises on the toilet, I'm like, oh, I know what
it's
that's.
not
That's
great.
abdominal pain
Mm.
noises.
Yeah.
Been there, done that, but not with that outcome. But yeah.
So she
not
sits
pleasant.
under the shower, holding her knees to her chest. Mark comes in looking for his keys and rushes over to her. She holds her. He holds her as he realizes that she's having a miscarriage, which is very upsetting. We see a shot of Ms. Casey from season 1 telling Mark that she's there to observe Helly. Then we see this room that is behind Michael. That's your name.
Michael?
I kept nearly saying Mark. So a watcher watches Mark and Miss Casey on his monitor. He looks through Mark's work in a room with 3 other works, each watching a refiner.
Did you notice they also look like they're refiners? Identical to their refiners, almost?
Maybe
when
they
they
were the
were-
ones at the Woes Hollow.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, yeah,
Actually,
maybe.
that would make sense.
Because when you kind of, it's a distance shot, it's blurry enough to be like, yeah, if I squint hard enough, they do look like them. But when it's
What the heck
closer up,
does that
they
mean,
don't.
though?
I don't know. It's
No
just drawing
idea.
a similarity.
I don't know. I don't know the point of it. I mean, maybe it's the twin thing. Maybe it's because of Kier and they needed a twin and blah blah blah. It's a cult,
copy
Michael.
this
Nobody knows
Maybe it comes
anything that's
together.
happening.
Maybe it's just a thing on the side that is just weird for the sake of being
Mark's
weird.
one didn't look specifically like him when they were close up, but when they showed everyone, I was like, that is Irving and that is Dylan. Like they were so clearly them.
Yeah, actually, the one that made me think it
Was
was Dylan's one, because I think that was the first one they showed, and I was like, oh, it's Dylan. Oh wait, no, wait
His
a second,
facial
that's not
structure is
him.
very similar. Yeah.
Yeah.
As they watch the Watcher, Mr. Drummond asks Dr. Mauer if the severance barriers are holding, and he says yes. Mr. Drummond says...
So again, sorry, because he plurified barriers, that kind of made me think that, yes, multiple personas.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't pick up on that, but yeah.
Mr. Drummond says...
Sorry, obvious place to go if you're trying to take at another season or two. Like, it's sort of the natural extension, right?
I can't wait for their multiple personalities to engage.
To all become one.
Yep. Mr. Drummond says to Dr. Mauer, you'll like Gemma. Dr. Mauer says Gemma will like him too, even though she tried to break his fingers.
I like it that she has the same reaction to him in multiple different versions of herself as well, not just her outie.
Yeah, she's got a good sense, doesn't she?
Yeah.
We see a shot of the nurse leading Gemma back to her living quarters, and then it cuts to Mark and Gemma entering a fertility clinic. Gemma tells Mark she's sorry and starts to fill out the paperwork. We see a shot of Gemma sitting alone on a couch at Lumen. And I think this was, if I remember correctly, this was when she was her outie.
In her room, yeah.
Yeah, and
in her living quarters.
Yeah. Then we cut back to Gemma telling Mark it's time. She pulls out a syringe and admits she's nervous. He says it's the final step and there's a kid out there waiting for them. She asks, what if it doesn't work? He has her turn around so he can inject it.
I think he says turn around and bend over.
Yeah, that's right.
Going in.
Yep. Yeah. Back into the semi-present time, not actually clear exactly when this Gemma stuff is happening. Dr. Mauer asks Gemma how she's feeling as she's being scanned. I think she was having like an X-ray or something, a facial X-ray, or a dental X-ray.
This was her outie, though.
Was it?
And it was her outie. Because all the green clinical-looking stuff where she's just wearing her little jumpsuit is her outie.
Oh, that's true.
And because that's when he's asking her reflections on feelings that she remembers from certain rooms, kind of thing. But the X-ray, you can clearly see the severed thing in
the
her
severance
skull
chip
as she's talking.
Yeah, so she's definitely
it was
severed.
About here I started
Nodding
like
off.
being half awake. Yeah, so
Okay,
it's
all right. Well,
interesting.
you're going to love the rest of this, Michael. So yeah, he's Dr. Maurer is asking Gemma how she's feeling as she's being scanned. She says her mouth hurts, and the first room, Wellington, made that happen. He asks how many rooms she visited today, and she says 6. He lists them. He asks what happened in the rooms, and she confirms that she doesn't remember anything. So I think you might be onto something, Nelly. They're testing to see if there's any crossover.
This also kind of reminded me of when they wake up on the boardroom table and the questions they get asked.
Okay. He asks how she felt in the hall. She says there's only one room and she hasn't been into, and today it had a name on it, Cold Harbor. Oh, I didn't pick up on that.
Didn't always have a name.
Yeah.
So this is the same day as we saw her go into the Wellington room.
Yes.
This is all still one day for her. But who knows when?
Yeah, so she asks what happens once she's been in all the rooms. He says she'll see the world again and the world will see her. She asks if she'll see Mark. He says Mark will benefit from the work she's siring. Keir will take away all his pain. She asks Maurer to talk like a normal, and I love that. She said, can you just talk like a normal person? And he tells her good night before leaving. It's like, yeah, you're not seeing Mark ever again.
And this isn't when he tells her about the lies and stuff.
No, that's later.
Yeah.
That's later. Yeah.
What did you say, Michael?
I just said, what do you think all this means then?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
So we do find out later on that we don't know the exact circumstances that she ended up in Lumen, but she had been contacted by a Lumen affiliate of some kind because she had those cards, one of those cards from season 1.
Yes, because I think she filled out a psychological kind of questionnaire kind of thing that she must have picked up at some point. And I think that was
she said she got added to the fertility clinic's mailing list.
Right.
And that's who sent it to her.
And she said she found it fascinating.
It felt like she was being brainwashed by the cult, and that kind of made me go, that's how she ended up at Lumen.
Yeah.
Okay.
They kidnapped her and told her a bullshit story, and she believes it because they've already gotten into her head.
Maybe some of that.
Okay,
or
so
I felt that they kidnapped her because what was documented from her filling out that form kind of thing, like twigged a few things that she's has more predilection towards certain brain function stuff. Yeah.
Would fit the testing better or something.
Exactly. Yeah, fits the
Doesn't explain though why her Audi isn't fighting back and is pretty, I mean, obviously that changes.
Well, my guess is
very chill and just casually asking about Mark and stuff. She's not worried about it.
More lies and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think he meant when he said? Well, he makes it sound like Mark's going to die or something, or that she's going to die.
Well, he makes it sound like Mark she's not going to see Mark. Like Mark's going to benefit from this. It's just like, well, that's a non-answer. I think it was more about.
They make it sound like she's going to die. Like this will.
One of them. Yeah.
She'll give her life to do whatever this stuff is.
Oh, I didn't take that away at all. Mine was that
they're definitely never going to see each other.
Yeah, and he's not about to say no. He's trying to keep her hopes up enough that she'll continue doing what they want.
There was a way that it was worded in what Ben just read that the guy said about when she was asking what happens when I go into all the rooms.
He
says, that made it like
he says she'll see the world again and the world will see her. That's what
she'll see the world again.
And the world will see her. That makes me think she dies. That she's going to die and she'll see it from like.
Or they're going to use her as their PR piece and have her standing on a stage while they press a button or whatever and trigger all her multiple personalities or something. But for whatever reason, I don't know.
Yeah, good questions.
They make a comment later on. Mr. Drummond makes a comment later on in the room where Michael's
he definitely does. Yeah.
in the room where it happened.
Yeah,
if you
Michael's
will.
in that room. Yeah, well, Nelly doesn't know that
All
reference.
three of us do.
To Dr. Mauer about how he's going to have to let her go.
Let her go.
So she's
Yeah.
definitely they're not keeping her.
Yeah. Well, he's not going to be able to play with her anymore. That's for sure.
Okay. I'll continue on because there's definitely more to cover. So we cut back to a memory where we see Gemma sitting with a pregnancy test in the bathroom. Mark calls to tell her the coffee's ready, and she reaches over to close the bathroom door. Then we see in the present, Devon wakes up and asks Asal if Mark is okay. She says he is, that it was an isolated event and he's journeying now. He'll wake up when he's ready. Devon asks if she really thinks it'll work, but Asal says they have no other choice. Devon asks Asal about the birthing cabin, but Asal knows it. So she was deep on the inside. She knows it all. Do you think she's still working for Lumen?
Devon had such a good idea. No. I think she was of Lumen, though.
Okay.
Yeah,
I wonder what made her
She
leave.
still is, but yes,
They're after her, though.
Wonder what made her leave.
Guy,
What made her see the light?
So deep
a conscious?
Yeah. Conscience.
Okay. Devon wants to go to the birthing cabin and ask Mark's innie things. So she wants to take Mark there so that his innie will trigger. Asal interrupts and says those are two different things. Her work is how they get Gemma out. Devon doubts that. She thinks it'll just get Mark killed. Devon says she could call Ms. Kobel. She doesn't work for Lumen anymore and might know things. Asal says Ms. Kobel was raised by Lumen and she's a soldier. She'll turn them over to Lumen. Devon says she's going to call, so Asal packs up her things. She can't be part of it if Devon calls. Devon tells Asal she can't take care of Mark without her, and basically Asal leaves, telling Devon not to call Ms. Kobel. When Mark starts mumbling in his sleep, Devon goes over to him. And this is when
I'm kind of suspicious about some of that, but yeah.
It's strange that she still leaves, even though, it's
she didn't
bizarre.
end up calling him. Yeah. Calling her, yeah.
I feel like she doesn't trust that she won't call her at some point.
I agree.
She can't risk getting caught was kind of the feeling I got.
Yeah.
She was protecting herself.
So in a memory, we see Mark looking at that ideographic card called the Chikai Bardo, which is where the name of the episode comes from.
Yeah.
He says it looks like two guys fighting, but Gemma says it's one guy fighting himself, and I love this, defeating his own psyche. It's like, nerds!
And this is when she has drunk the Kool-Aid as soon as she's talking about these cards.
Yeah, seriously.
More so, I thought that it was her different take on it that flagged her for Lumen wanting her, basically. It wasn't that she had drunk the Kool-Aid. It was more that she was just filling out this thing that fascinated her. And in that's completion of that and being saved medically somewhere, that they got access to it. And, she ticked all their boxes.
Yeah,
I didn't feel like she had drunk Kool-Aid at all.
Yeah. And it makes sense that she was wanting something so bad that she would.
And it's something to distract herself with at that time as well.
Yeah.
So she says that this ideographic card came in the mail. She thinks the clinic put them on the mailing list. Mark asks why Gemma's wasting her time with it, which she doesn't like. She's enjoying it, or was, until he ruined it. He tells her she's overreacting and they start fighting. She says she feels bad, so he suggests stopping.
Because her major was philosophy or something, wasn't it? Or something in that vein of theoretical thinking and hypothesizing kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that would be up her alley to kind of think about things differently to what others might, kind of thing.
Down in the testing floor, we see Gemma wake up and go through her morning routine. She enters a room and finds herself on a plane experiencing severe turbulence. Dr. Mauer tells her it's perfectly normal and puts her meal in front of her, then offers her a drink. Is this... I can't remember. Did he fly out of the plane? I vaguely remember something bad happening. Or am I imagining an episode, a cut, a clip from Lost that I was watching on YouTube the other day?
No, I think Lost maybe. I don't think he flies out, but he pretty much dumps it on her and leaves, I think.
Oh, that's right. And he does sort of slam it down in front of her, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, hello, you're going to get it all over her.
Maybe it's
So,
just supposed to be a really something that would, drive a lot of emotion. That would be a good
heightened.
test for whether or not she remembered it. Maybe. Trying to think what else what that scenario was supposed to evoke.
Well, for her, the different feelings for when she comes out of the
Yeah.
dream. If something that gets you really highly anxious and all that kind of stuff would trigger something in your brain to remember it.
Or a different part of the brain.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Or snap her out of being severed.
Yeah.
The trauma. She was a Russian literature professor. Just fun
There
fact.
you go.
Cool. We
I think it was
see
history, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was history.
Yes, history. So we see Dr. Mauer saying Mark is stuck at 96% on Cold Harbor. The nosebleeds set them back. Mr. Drummond says when Mark is done, Mauer will have to say goodbye.
Not the sharing of vessels.
The nosebleeds, yes.
Yeah. So Mr. Drummond says when Mark is done, Dr. Mauer will have to say goodbye to Gemma, which he says he knows. But does he know? I don't know. We see Gemma eating and reading. She puts on a wedding ring. The nurse escorts Gemma to a room. In the room, Gemma writes thank you notes as Dr. Mauer watches, and she has written a lot if you look at her handwriting. So I was actually...
She's also in the weirdest red dressing gown.
Yes.
And styled like the 1950s or 60s.
Yep. When she grabs her pained hand, Dr. Mauer encourages her, saying it's the last one. When she finishes, and her writing's atrocious at this point, like so bad. When she finishes, he says it's a degrouter because she was talking about the gift or something that he gave to her. Yes, he's like, it's like, okay, let's mansplain it. Yeah, that change, that really helps.
I felt that the part of this room was her to be so annoyed with him because he's making her write all these things and all the gifts that were lined up against the wall or wherever it was, and the stack next to it. Like this must be like the 90th one or something that he's made her do. It feels like.
This felt like the room he created specifically for her to me.
Yeah.
I don't know that he would have, but the fact that he says, I love you and...
Oh, also, did you miss what Mr. Drummond said about his sweater in the previous...
Oh, yeah, he says that's... Why are you wearing that terrible sweater?
It's more of a sweary word, I think.
So that also kind of makes me think that it's not a set-up room because Mr. Drummond would know that there's a Christmas-themed room where he'd wear
I don't know. He would definitely know.
Sneaking in time with her, which is why it felt quite unsanctioned with how he finished it.
Okay, but she says something here which actually supports your theory, Nelly, because she asks how much longer she has to do this. He tells her she's done, but Christmas has a way of coming back each year, and she says it's always Christmas. So and perhaps for that persona
again, yeah,
it was the same with the dentist person, like her first one at the dentist. She's like, I've just been here. Why do I need to come again, kind of thing.
I think you're onto something. She rubs her hand.
Whenever she's in each of the rooms, she remembers nothing from the other rooms. She would recognize that he's the dentist. Like, I know that we've only seen her in 2 rooms, so she would recognize that her supposed husband in this room is the dentist yanking out teeth in the other room.
Can you imagine?
So that would be weird.
That's all their existence is to sit in that chair and get like dental fied and write out all that stuff.
Wait till there's the birthing suite, Nelly.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Hey, Miss Cobell was born there, born and raised.
Okay. So Gemma rubs her hand as he tells her he loves her. When she says nothing, he repeats it. And she tells him she loves him too, under duress.
Because he does like as she's about to leave, and as a reminder that you clearly haven't said something.
We see the nurse leading Gemma down a hallway. Then we go back to a memory. Mark is taking apart the crib and breaks the pieces in frustration. So Gemma was right. He's not a crib maker. We see Gemma and Mark doing dishes together, and then Gemma and Mark cuddling on the couch. So I mean, there's that whole thing with not being able to conceive, but also they don't seem unhappy. They still seem
No.
like they're happy
They're
together.
frustrated and unhappy about the situation, but they're not frustrated and unhappy with each other.
Yeah, and there's a scene later on, which is the one before she goes out and he stays home.
It does wear on them a bit.
She's like, she seemed like, do you want to come with me? And it's just like, no,
Yeah.
I think they're fine.
She does say the same thing that Dr. Mao
Yeah,
says
I love
to
you,
her,
and he doesn't
though.
reply.
Yeah.
That did feel, yes, that was an interesting.
That felt specific. Like Dr. Mao knew the situation or something that had happened, or had seen it. I don't know. There was just something about it.
So are we saying that like somehow Lumen have been able to access her memories of her past so they know what happened? And they're trying to like twig something to make her break out of one of the personalities?
I think more that she's told them about it, and she had like some interrogation kind of thing with her outie, where she had to explain a lot about her life, maybe.
We cut to Dr. Mauer coming to Gemma's door, and she lets him in. And this is Gemma as an outie now. He asks
also,
how she's feeling.
This part felt unsanctioned, like he wasn't supposed to do this.
Definitely. He asks how she's feeling.
So where are they now? Yeah.
In her room, in
her room. And he's come to talk to her.
Is this when everything happens?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he asks how she's feeling, and she tells him her hand hurts. He asks which room caused that, and she says it was Allentown. She tells him she wants to go home, but she's getting to the end of a tether. He stops the music she has playing and tells her Mark remarried last year and has a daughter. This is brutal.
Yeah.
Gemma doesn't believe him. But
Allentown's also the name of the town that the factory's in.
It's also a Billy Joel song, right, Michael?
Yes.
Yes.
Also,
just going to put a link to episode 1 of our recap.
After he tells her that, because it's while his back's turned and he's playing with something on the wall, isn't it?
What?
That she clocks him.
Yes, that's exactly right. Yeah. So
I barely remember any of this.
Gemma
really was out of it.
This is when everything's happening. I'm surprised you don't remember it. Gemma doesn't.
So when you were texting and saying, I'm like, that's a lot of stuff's happened, Michael.
Yeah.
I didn't say stuff didn't happen. I never said that.
We know. Gemma doesn't believe Dr. Mauer, but Dr. Mauer says Mark has moved on and maybe Gemma has too in one of the rooms. He asks if she feels herself gravitating toward one room or another. He pulls a book off the shelf, and while he's distracted, Gemma slams him over the head with a chair. She takes his key card and runs out of the room.
Do you think he was wishing to see if she had feelings for him based on that room and had nothing, absolutely nothing to do with the process? He just wanted to see if she... Because I reckon that room is to make her hand sore, and he's interpreted that how he wants to make that room, if that makes sense. Because obviously she's got to come out with an ailment from each thing or trauma or something to test.
I guess so they obviously haven't shown us all the rooms, but there seems to be something specific about each room physiologically that she can use to say, this room was this thing.
Yeah. Or not, if it was just a feeling or an emotion. So I feel like that room is supposed to be her writing the whole time, but not necessarily married to him, and it's Christmas time and they're in love.
Oh, maybe he was like trying to make the in love room the worst feeling, so that she would focus, she would fixate on that room.
No, he wants her to be in love with him.
Yeah, that's why I think.
What does that mean? That he's the only one who's observing that room ever?
No. I mean, he wants the room where he's like trying to foment some kind of love story, the Christmas room. He wants that room to be the room that she focuses on the most. So like, and because her hand hurts, like it overcame whatever happened with the dentistry room, so she doesn't focus on that anymore.
No, separate day.
Yeah, just getting away from that a little bit. Remember how when they're teaching Helly how to recognize the numbers and the surrounding numbers,
scary numbers
in the thing. Yeah, the scary. I'm like, is that some correlation to the reaction she has in every room kind of thing? It's always traumatic.
because they did say that
Mhm.
the numbers evoke different emotions.
Yeah. So is that some
Wasn't that-
correlation?
But the rooms relate to a file name, right? So it would be that room evoking that emotion for that file. It wouldn't be they'd be going through a file and have a happy number, a spooky number, a surprise number. I don't even
think
know
any
what
of these
else the numbers
experiences are
could
happy,
do.
What does
were you
that
gonna say,
mean,
Michael?
though, for the people who are doing the refining? Does that mean that they're somehow getting attuned to the rooms, or does it mean that they've also been through all the room testing and we just haven't seen it, or what? What
That's
does
a
it
Yeah, I
really
don't
mean?
know.
question. I don't know.
Well, that's
I don't think
why I
they-
said
I think-
that's a correlation. I'm like, but what does it mean?
Mm.
Is it?
I don't think they've been through the room testing. I think that's
Is it some
specifically for people they are
Psychic
testing the
thing?
severed thing on.
So going back to that as well. So she's got the connection with Mark. Is
Mm.
there 3 other people down there that are connected to Dylan Irving that have had them missing from their lives, kind of thing?
Or every single person who works on the severed floor in all the
Oh.
different places.
I don't know. Good question. I
But
don't
Mark's
think we know
Mark's
enough.
specifically
Yeah,
important.
Mark was specific. I think
Well, maybe Mark's
because
important
they have
because
her
they've
there.
got Gemma. Yeah.
And the reactions he's getting from her have been making his work more successful, maybe
Mm.
because
don't know.
he's more in tune with her, or he's her person, kind
I
of thing.
don't.
That would
don't
explain
think
why
the
they're
feelings
always
really
monitoring them two when they're together in season
I feel
1.
like they want to make sure they don't ever recognize each other.
Well,
They
I
don't
felt
believe
that
in
Miss
Severance.
Cobell was just kind of poking at them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's like trying to put them together as much as possible.
But also, it felt
Don't
very
think-
voyeuristic with her too.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think they don't believe in severance. I think they're always testing it, always trying to create a situation that sees if they can break it to make sure that it is unbreakable.
That it will hold, yeah.
Yeah.
What is this? Just okay. This takes me back to
And
something
then
else
they're
that
going to
happened
use it on
early.
the rest of the world.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Because maybe this is all just like testing for public release.
Well, also not
Absolutely.
maybe public release, but more
Well, they
use
talk
on
about
people in power
or-
to take
yeah.
control.
early on in season 1 that somebody was talking about how they're potentially going to remember there's the whole thing with the politicians and they're trying to get support to use
And
Severance
get
more
covered through
widely.
Congress and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe this is all
Yes.
like they're just lab rats.
Trying to take over the world.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
it's been clear they've been lab rats for
Yeah. I mean,
just for what? Yeah.
Sorry,
that was a
also-
giveaway.
Interesting aside, the actress who plays Gemma, she was also in another TV series created by Joss Whedon, who's the Buffy and Serenity kind of guy, called The Dollhouse.
Mhm.
And it is eerily similar because in The Dollhouse, it's set in the future where you pay exorbitant amount of money. So it's for the rich, basically, people. And you can basically get a human program to be exactly what you want for pleasure, not just physical pleasure, but for companionship and for all that kind of stuff, which is why it's called The Dollhouse. So you've got it follows around 3 or 4 different people who are the dolls that are then programmed to be whatever you want them to be, kind of thing. And she's one of them.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's actually a really good season.
Is this the Dollhouse Part 2 secretly? Yeah, maybe.
Could be.
Okay,
I
I'll
just
continue
thought
on.
it was really interesting because she's an amazing actress, being able to be so not duplicitous, but what's being able to
Multifaceted? Is
yes,
that more what
that's
you're
the
thinking?
word. Yes,
Yeah, I think everyone, honestly, in this show is extremely
but
good.
this episode is her with so many different faces.
Yeah. So she runs out of the room, and once out, she runs down the hallway. She hides when she hears the nurse passing and then takes off running again. The nurse sees her and chases after her, but she makes it to the elevator and uses the key card to get on. We cut to Gem.
One thing I was going to ask about her clocking him over the head is that because she's just that upset with him in that? Oh, you said it's her Audi.
I think
So
she must
she
know
just-
that they're not going to
That
let her out.
something's coming to an end.
Something's
Yes.
not working for them.
Yes,
for
she
her
just
to
needs to get
put
out.
stuff together, even if she only
Also, she doesn't like him
subconsciously
at all.
knows it. But does she not like him just from just her outie, or is it because of the fact that they haven't perfected it yet that she's
Bit of column A,
subconsciously-
Yeah, maybe
B.
subconsciously she
Yeah.
has developed a dislike to him, and that's carried
Yeah.
through.
I
Sorry,
also think him lying about Mark and her
Yeah, that was
thinking
the
it's a
straw.
lie was really what set it off.
Yeah.
If he
Okay.
hadn't had come in and done all that stuff, I don't think she would have tried to escape.
It really felt like when
This
he came
time.
in, he was like marking his territory kind of thing. That's what his attitude, it felt like when he came in.
Okay.
He's just kind of and rubbing it in her face a bit.
Okay. So we go back to a memory again, and Gemma asks Mark. This is when he's doing some university work. College work. Americans just have to have everything be different, don't they? Gemma asks Mark if is sure he doesn't want to come, so she's going somewhere, or she could stay. He tells her she should go because he has work he has to finish. They've got their pronouns wrong all over the place here. It's very confusing while reading it. She tells him she'll be back around 10 and says she loves him. When he doesn't answer, she says it again, and he tells her he loves her too.
Yeah.
In the elevator, Gemma looks around at the elevator as the elevator doors open because she's gone over a threshold. She's now on the 7th floor. So this is her innie. She steps out into the hallway, and this is the long, dark hallway that we've seen. The Irving's painted. We still don't know how Irving knows about this.
No.
Well, my guess is it's like some like submerged memory that is because he's a certain type of personality or something that he can, I don't know, visualize some things, or it comes out when because it's with the music, it's like he's in a kind of a trance when he's painting with the loud music going on and he's just kind of zoned out kind of thing. That's what that felt like.
Okay.
I just want to check whether I misunderstood something then. Did you just say that we were in Mark's memory?
No.
I think, yes, we are. We're in Mark's memory where she's...
Oh, sorry, yeah. I think when we're doing the flashbacks, this is all Mark's memory.
Now.
Right, but okay. Sorry, I thought you were saying that when she
while he's
left
sleeping, it's
the
what we're
elevator,
seeing what he's seeing while he's...
Sorry, when you said she went in the elevator, I thought it was the same scene, but it's
no. Sorry,
switched back to
sorry.
the-
I should have been clearer. Sorry,
I was trying to understand whether or not they were crossing in some way. Yeah. Okay.
So she's obviously her innie now. She steps out in the hallway and she's obviously a completely different person. This is Ms. Casey because the door opens at the other end of the hallway and Mr. Milchick is there and he says,
looks like he's been running.
Yeah, he certainly does.
Mm-hmm. He was on his way out, or
he talks to Miss Casey. He calls her Miss Casey. Mr. Milchick tells her Audi took the wrong elevator while at Lumen for an art exhibition. He has Miss Casey go back in, refusing to answer questions. And she turns around to ask a question. He says, "Go on now," just like he did last time. Because she wants to know how much time has passed. So we see Mark. This is back to the memory after the memory where Gemma has gone up to do whatever she was going to do. We see he stays up working. He pauses when he sees lights in his driveway. So they clear.
Sorry, he hasn't. I think he's stopped working at some point and he's just sitting in his chair because he's in the dark. He's not working.
Okay.
Oh, so this is the same night.
I didn't think he was in the dark.
He didn't go
I thought he was
in the
dark. Okay. Yeah.
So
this is how they nabbed her.
I thought it was just another memory.
They deliberately don't make it clear what.
And where was she going?
About the car that's pulled up.
Just to something.
We don't know.
Where did she say she was going?
I don't think she says.
To charades at a friend's place.
Okay. So
which kind of made me think it might have been like Devon or something.
And she offers to stay home, and he just says no. So
yeah, okay. I was just trying to think whether it was something.
We do know that it's police cars by the end of the episode, though.
Do we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can clearly see them on the porch. The two police officers on the porch,
and it's flashing lights. He sees through the window.
Okay, I
Which
thought it was just
why I
flashing
thought the lights
light.
were out because the lights were brighter from external than internal.
Okay. Well, police car lights are exceedingly bright.
Yeah, they are. They would still see them.
Gemma finds herself right back where she was. The nurse is waiting for her when the elevator opens. Mark walks to the door and so he sees some police officers on the other side. Back with Gemma in the elevator, she starts crying and slumps to the ground. The nurse ushers her back up. Mark wakes up and sees Devon. He sits up and looks around. She asks him where he went. Mark remembers Gemma. And that's the end of the episode.
He also mumbled Chika,
Yeah,
whatever the name of the episode is, at one point.
I think that was
when
mainly to
Devon
connect us
was-
that it was his memory, maybe.
Yep.
That we were at that point.
But yeah, so was there anything there that piqued your interest there, Michael, that you didn't quite remember?
And there was definitely stuff I missed and didn't get. I think just because I was sleepy, I was really struggling with whose memory we were in and when, whether or not they were shifting time. And
when they do cuts like that. I mean, technically, we don't
there's a
know
lot of
when
cutting.
this stuff with Gemma is.
Yeah, and when you're explaining it, it sounds very back
We
and
know when the
forth,
end
pretty
is.
simple.
When
I
she
don't think
takes
I was.
the elevator up. Sorry, Michael.
Yeah, I don't think I was tracking properly her when she was in her Audi or not.
Yeah,
So I
could see that.
I was just lost.
Well, they sort of had like a little blur filter for the memories. That's the thing that I remember. Like, you were right, Nelly. I definitely remember it in some of the scenes of their memories. Well, Mark's memories.
I mean, they're using a whole sort of different color palette and stuff.
Right. Ben, to go back
And
to
Gemma
your...
was never in a scene. Sorry, Mark was never in a scene that was part of Gemma's point of view. The memories with Mark and Gemma were always from Mark's point of view while he was asleep.
Right.
Okay.
But the doctor guy talks about Mark in that final one.
Yeah, because she was saying she wants to go. She wants to leave.
He's
trying to give her, basically nullify her motivation for leaving.
Sorry, Ben.
It feels like she's been... Sorry, Nelly.
No, you guys keep going with that thought.
Oh, I was
It
just
sounds
going
like
to say
she's
it
about
sounds
to
like...
drop a big bomb here. She's
No,
just letting
I'm
us go first.
Me?
No, okay.
Not me.
Oh, well, I was going to say it feels like they have. So whether Gemma had the accident or not, I kind of am inclined to think she did have the accident, and Lumen has kidnapped her in the process of her being unconscious or once she's and they've taken over. Yeah, they've taken over the medical care. So when she wakes up from whatever was happening, they've told her a story. So she believes that she's there and doing stuff and eventually going to get to see Mark. So I don't think Mark's ever left her mind. So she probably asks about him every day.
Yeah, I agree.
Or something. But they've just been lying to her. And we know that her end scene that we see with her, of her going up to the next levels after she's been sent back to the testing room, hasn't been on the third floor for a while.
Yep.
So we know that is potentially this exact same timeline as with Mark. We just don't know about all the other testing.
Yeah.
Oh,
and do you think?
What was Milchick wearing?
That's a different question.
What was Milchick wearing? Because in season 1, he's in the white singlet.
He was wearing a turtleneck, wasn't he?
The white turtleneck. But once
he was in dark colors.
Yeah, which is when he's been the boss.
Yeah, that was definitely. I feel like that. Who said? Oh, Miss Casey went down to the testing floor in season 1 and never came back up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was that this season that happened? Okay.
Yes. So I think she's now just come back up and we've joined timeline. So we're now at the same point.
It also sounds like it has only been a couple of days, a week max, since the overtime contingency thing happened from when Helly saw Mark and said the other night. The other night was just true.
I think it's been a few weeks.
Not many.
But she said the other night. You
Yeah.
wouldn't have if it had been a few weeks, you wouldn't say the other night.
Yeah.
The incident that happened the other night.
That's
less
true.
days.
Actually, that's a good point.
It made it seem like no time had passed, really.
Wow, that messes with your mind that this has potentially
Right?
been
'Cause
such a compressed
I thought
period
it
of
had
time.
been weeks,
Hmm.
especially because the first episode with the innies of this
Yes.
season, you see them go start a day, end a day, start a day, end a day continuously. So it felt like that all in itself was like a week.
But Milchick, remember, was trying to confuse the innies that the outies had been away for like months and months, but it hadn't. It was only a very short period of time.
I think it was the next day.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it was much time at all.
So I think I know what you're going to say, Nelly, which is something I sent you.
Oh, no, it's nothing to do. It's to do with the actress.
Oh, okay, yep.
So Roseanne and
Yeah, she
Two
was on
Broke Girls
Roseanne.
and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. She was Darlene Linetti in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
She's
The
Yeah.
nurse. Is that who you're talking about?
she's
Yeah.
also been in some movies from like the 80s and the 90s that I loved.
Yes. Yeah.
But what I was going to say is I found this episode to be such a contrast to everything that we've been seeing so far. Everything up to this point has been innies trying to get out. So their outies are sending them back in. This is the complete reverse.
Complete opposite,
The outie
yeah.
is trying to get out, but the innies sending them back.
Well, to
Well,
be
it
fair, her
technically
innie didn't
wasn't
send her
her.
back. Yeah.
She was sent back. Yeah.
Yeah, I just find it fascinating. Anyway, that's the end of the episode, guys. We have 3 episodes left after this. Who's excited for the big finale? Anyone?
I am.
Oh, she was in
But I'm also
Clueless as
sad that
well.
we have to wait a year or two to
She was
get
in
a new
Clueless.
season.
She was in Hudson Hawk. That's what she was in. That
Yeah.
was, I love that movie. It was terrible, but I love it still. It features an actress pretending to be a dolphin. It wasn't her. It was another one. I can't remember her name. Anyway.
Oh, Hudson Hawk, did you say?
Yeah.
Her character name was Minerva Mayflower.
Yeah, that's right. And she was evil in it, and she played it deliciously. But that's it, guys.
Being a dolphin.
No, she's not the one who pretends to be a dolphin. It's another actress.
But someone does pretend to be a dolphin.
Yes.
I'm just perplexed.
Because she's getting interrogated, so she pretends that she's gone mad and she thinks she's a dolphin. And she's doing like the dolphin
she's
noise.
not
and
even
everything.
voicing the dolphin. She's just
I know, she voices the dolphin.
Okay.
Yeah, she definitely voices the dolphin.
It's not a cartoon.
No.
Dolphin.
No, she's a real person sitting in a chair tied up, pretending to be a dolphin.
Sorry, we've completely.
Yeah, sorry.
gone past
I love this episode. I'm very much looking forward to it. I think we needed this episode to have an understanding of what's actually going on with Gemma.
Well, that's what
Yeah,
they
I
don't
needed
really say in
some
the bit at
Gemma
the end.
understanding.
Although
Yeah.
technically we still have no fucking clue what's going on with Gemma.
No, but they called it the testing room, so we have an idea that she's being tested. I do have a question about all the rooms because she hasn't been in Cold Harbor yet.
Yep.
Do you think the refiners have to finish a file before she's allowed to be tested in that
Yep.
room?
And that would explain why the rooms didn't have a name. All of them didn't have a name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
until they'd finished the file. Hey, that's really good. And maybe the
Except for
feeling
they've
that they
named Cold
got for
Harbor
that
already.
file culminated in whatever feeling that they had to feel from that room, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah,
And what
also
does that mean, though?
yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know.
We
I think-
we know the rooms and the files have a correlation. We have no idea why or what relation it has to everything.
I don't think the rooms can have a correlation with her feeling making the numbers do the number things because he's working on Cold Harbor now and she's never been in Cold Harbor yet.
Yeah.
That's true.
The room has only just gotten a name.
Did you notice though when they did we're sitting upstairs and then it goes through the floor and chases the wires to that room? I think that was to again visually give you the connection that that's connected kind of thing as well. That what they're
Yep.
doing has some effect on that floor.
They need to do better cabling, if you ask me, right, Michael?
How you doing, Michael?
Yeah, how you doing there, Michael? You've gone very quiet. You got some thoughts?
I feel like I missed enough that I almost need to watch it again,
Watch
but
it
I
again.
don't know that I can.
Bring
do it
yourself.
You don't have to. You don't have to. Don't worry. We'll fill you in. But I reckon that's it, guys. I guess the next
What's
one.
the next
As we
episode
get
called?
You want to know? The next one is called
I've got it.
Sweet Vitriol. It's the
Interesting.
third last episode. Very excited. So that I did want to mention. So last episode that we recorded, I was talking about, when is Ms. Cobell coming back? Surely she's coming back.
Well, I've done it for 2 episodes, yeah.
Yeah. So and we
And
reference her this time.
When Devon said she's going to call, I was like, Michael's right. She's going to be in this episode.
God, Michael is a prophet, and Michael's prediction of what's happening is just
what
like
I was thinking the whole time. And then nothing. You really let us down.
Just remember the ones that work.
That's all that
Can I
matters,
read you the
Michael.
storyline for the next episode?
No.
That's on IMDb.
No, you shouldn't be reading it.
It's 3 words, so it gives nothing away.
Oh,
It's
fine.
3 words. It's 3 words. Oh, you can't say that. Discoveries are made. The end.
I have
okay.
Could
noticed
mean anything.
on
Well,
the
that's new.
All at once.
on the Apple TV that the episode descriptions are very short.
Yes.
There's no spoiler.
They wouldn't want to
Would
give
hope so.
away anything in that. That was the kind of annoying thing about Twin Peaks, watching it, because it gave it away a little bit.
Yeah.
Or like
that's
had a
it.
picture of the dude returning.
That's it for me. Let's call it, guys. Until next time. Look. The next episode. See ya. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.